It's been a while since I've done a Spider-Man collection video. There are some videos on the channel. There's a Spider-Man playlist. I will put that at the end of the video so you can sort of go and have a look at some older stuff if you're interested. But yeah, I thought there's been a lot of changes to the collection over the years, so I thought about time I did a sort of updated version. So we're going to do that today on the video. So welcome back to the channel. So yeah, I've got quite a few editions of the various sort of Spider-Man films that we've had over the years. We've also got the Sam Raimi Trilogy. I've got the 2 animated films, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. We've got the Amazing Spider-Man 2 films. And we've also got the MCU Spider-Man films as well on physical media. I've also got a couple of comics that I want to share as well, which are Spider-Man related. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Sam Raimi trilogy. So the first film is the first Spider-Man, and this is a wheat collection lenticular. Really nice. This a hell of a lot of depth with this. On the back you've got a spot gloss image of Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Spider-Man on the top, and then you've got your text specs on the bottom. Now these were sold without the Steelbooks. I did have the Steelbooks for these, which were the Zavi lenticular ones, but they did come with all the goodies inside. It's got a nice sort of rigid box. We've got a booklet. I won't go through every page, but really nice. There's the back. Also comes with a textured envelope with the Spider-Man logo on the front. It almost feels like a bit like his costume, I guess. And this contains some art cards. There we go. Very glossy. That was used quite a lot in promotional stuff. Then here we have the Zavi exclusive steelbook with the lenticular magnet on the front. Take that off. And then you've got a really nice embossed Spider-Man, embossing on the Spider-Man title. Back artwork's really cool. And what I've done with these is I've popped in the 4K discs. I've got the, I think it's a German version or French. So yeah, pop them in, inside artwork. There is a card there as well. This was wheat, 1,050 out of 1,350. There's your inside artwork. Sorry about the glare. And we've also got some art cards there, which I'm not going to get all of this out. If people want me to do a bit of a closer look at these wheat editions, yeah, stick down in the comments. You want to see a bit more of a closer up of these. But yeah, this wasn't part of the set, but it's, like I say, it complements the rest of the stuff that go in to make a really nice edition. Okay, so we're going to go retro. So we have the Spider-Man Deluxe DVD edition. So this was a limited edition 3-disc set from back in the day. Nice glossy slipcover. There's your text specs on the back. And then what you were presented with was the original Amaray case with that design on. That on the back. Got a really nice booklet with this, and then 2 discs. You get the booklet out. This was back in the day when they used to do really nice sort of booklets with the releases, chapter listings, even a little bit of merchandise as well. Very, very cool. What you also got with this edition was this deluxe edition little extra disc, which was all new special features. I think this came out after the initial release, and it was just like special edition. I can remember buying this in a Blockbuster store many years ago. But yeah, no, a really nice edition. So I tend to use the 4K now, but it's still nice to have this original DVD. Okay, so moving on to Spider-Man 2. For a lot of people, this was their favourite film. And again, we've got another wheat lenticular. Very, very cool, this one with the web slinging. There's a lot of depth to it. Dr. Octopus in the background. There's the back artwork again, spot gloss, both characters. There's the top, all textured. The bottom and the spine. Again, this didn't come with the original Steelbook, but I did pop my Zavvi one in, rigid half box. So there we go. There's the Steelbook. Again, the lenticular magnet on the front. Take that off, and again, really, really cool. Spot gloss, and the Spider-Man 2 is embossed. There's your back artwork, Dr. Octopus. And again, got the 4K disc I popped in there. And again, there's some art cards and the card that came with this wheat release. I've got the J card there from the Zavvi release as well. You also get a picture book with this, again, similar. Nice glossy book, picture book. Again, I'll just show you some images. Like I say, if you want to see more of an in-depth view of this one, we can always do a Spider-Man Trilogy video at some point. And we get this time in blue for Spider-Man 2. Again, it's textured. Once again, you get art cards in here. Nice and glossy. And then, keeping with Spider-Man 2, we're going to go to retro once again. So this is a limited edition DVD gift set for the film. Comes in quite a big box. So this contains the extended cut 2.1, which I think, I don't know whether this was part of the set or whether I popped this in, I can't quite remember. But yeah, this was the all new disc that came after the original release. Once again, you've got the DVDs there. Again, a nice collector's booklet. Once again, with information about the films, merchandise. Not a lot of merchandise actually in this. Yeah, not quite as extensive on the information on that one. So we've got that. This also comes with some art cards. Little comic. picture book with some very, very cool art inside, comic book art. Again, such a shame they don't do this sort of thing anymore. But yeah, I'm really happy I kept hold of this set. Concept to screen portfolio. So sort of previs stuff and then the actual photographs from the film. Couple of scenes to show you, and kept that as well, which I think was from another edition. We've got Venom down there and the Green Goblin and Sandman, the Black. So yeah, wonderful box set. Like I say, it is only DVD, but it does contain all these extra bits and pieces, which is really, really cool. And even though I don't really watch the DVD anymore, I will watch the 4K version, but it's still nice to have this wonderful DVD collector set. Okay, so we're now on to Spider-Man 3, probably the weakest of the 3 films in the Raimi trilogy. We've got this wonderful lenticular again from Wheat, and then you've got Venom in the background there, and he changes from the red to the black suit. Very, very cool. On the back you've got the 2 Spider-Man costumes, spot gloss. Once again, this didn't come with the original Steelbook, but I put the Zabby one in there. Solid box. So here's the Zabby exclusive, very, very cool Steelbook with the lenticular. Take that off and then you've got that as well, all debossed, glossed, etc. There's your back artwork, always like that image. And then again you've got the 4K disc in there that I've popped in. Originally these were Blu-ray, I think. There's your card. Black Spider-Man suit on that side, red Spider-Man suit on that side. Some art cards and the J card, which came with the Zabby release. Again, this one comes with a picture booklet. Nice glossy book. Various images from the film. Behind the scenes stuff. Sam Raimi, the director. And there's your back artwork as well. This time it comes with a black textured envelope. Spider-Man 3 on the front. Again, more art cards, poster art. By the way, all the back of these are sort of like this with the different Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. So yeah, that's those. So continuing with Spider-Man 3, we're going to go retro again. So we've got the DVD edition. So this is really nice. Again, this is all kind of textured spot gloss on both the black and the red and blue suit. There's the back. I think this is bare bones. No pamphlet inside there, but you've got the 2 discs. But I also have this HMV exclusive slipcover with alternate design, which I quite liked. So I've got both there, like a mirror image, I guess. So yeah, I've just kept that again for Spider-Man 3. Okay, so before we move on to some more editions, I'm just going to show you a couple of comics. So the first one is a comic that was kindly sent to me by AJ, and this is a crossover for the Predator v Spider-Man. How cool is that? Never knew they did anything like this, but yeah, there's been a lot of different crossovers of different characters within the Marvel universe, and obviously, well, I guess Disney owns the rights to everything now, so they can kind of do these crossovers. I don't know when this exactly was produced, but yeah, really, really cool to have this in the collection. That's really creepy, that one. Look at that. Very, very cool. And then we've also got this comic book covers Spider-Man. I think this was for Spider-Man 3 actually, so that probably needs to go in that DVD. Again, I think it's a bit of a puff piece, just advertising stuff. Different covers for the Amazing Spider-Man comic books. So yeah, I probably need to put that in the Amazing Spider-Man 3 DVD. Okay, so back to the physical media. So we're going to continue with the animated films. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I've got this really cool slipcover for the film. This was a custom slip that I had done. Really, really nice feel to this, like a velvet feel. Sadly, the guy who's doing these doesn't seem to be doing them anymore on Etsy, but anyway, I've got the 3D version of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Looks great in 3D. This is the German edition. I think it was the only way you could get the 3D unless there was a Japanese one. I'm not sure, but really cool artwork as well on both discs, especially that one, the 3D one. I thought that was really good. Really enjoyed this. I thought it was great. So yeah, really, really nice to sort of have that in a really nice sort of collector's edition. And then continuing on, we've got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Again, same custom designer. There's really, really nice sort of velvet feel to these. Sadly, the third film seems to be in production hell, doesn't it? It keeps getting pushed back. Hopefully we'll eventually get the third film, because after seeing this one I was really keen to see what was going to happen next, but yeah, don't know when that's going to happen or if it is going to happen. Nice artwork there, Gwen Stacy on the back as well. And again, this is a bootleg. This is a 3D copy of the film. Again, I think you could only get this in Japan. I've only got the 3D version. I don't have Blu-ray. I probably need to get a Blu-ray at some point, or a 4K. But with animation, it looks great in Blu-ray, to be honest. I don't necessarily think you need the 4K, but the 3D looks fantastic for this film as well. Right, okay, so on to the next mini franchise. So it is the two Amazing Spider-Man films starring Andrew Garfield, who personally I feel was the best actor to play the role of Spider-Man out of the three main guys that played him over the years. I think he was by far the best guy to play the part, but that's all subjective. So we're talking about the first film, The Amazing Spider-Man. So this is a lenticular, which was, I believe, from an American or possibly a Canadian release, I think. And I've made it into a magnet. It was the 3D version and the Blu-ray and the DVD. Take that off. So this was, I think this was an HMV exclusive. So again, different artwork on there. Very, very cool. Him on the side of the building. And then on the back, I've got the lenticular magnet from the Zavvi edition. I don't have the Zavvi Steelbook, but I did pick this up quite cheap. So I popped that on the back. And again, you've got the wraparound artwork for the image on the front. And there we go, that's what it looks like. So in here I've got the 3D version and the special features disc on the Blu-ray. I'm feeling, yeah, these are some art cards that I picked up online. Again, I'm pretty sure sort of videos, there's a bit more of an in-depth look at those. We're not going to get all that out now. But yeah, go and check out the Spider-Man playlist. And then I've also got the 4K standard Amaray case for this. Again, different artwork. Really do like that. Looks stunning in 4K, this film. There's your Amaray. There's the disc. Does come with the Blu-ray as well. And well, there's even a digital code there. Probably expired, but if you want to try it, you're more than welcome to. Again, you've got that image on the front there. Okay, so we've got the Amazing Spider-Man Battle at Middletown Science High. So this again was a comic book to sort of go along with the release. Not quite sure what I got this from, but it wasn't in the standard Amaray, but I popped it in there. Maybe I picked it up on eBay separately, I can't remember. But you got some nice artwork on the back. Yeah, that's it. I know a lot of people don't think much to these films, but I quite enjoyed this one. I say Andrew Garfield, standout performance in the role of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. So Spider-Man 2. So this is the Zavvi exclusive. Again, you've got the lenticular on the front there. Don't quite know why I never got... No, I don't think this is a Zavvi actually. I think this is a different one, but it has got a debossed border. Yeah, I always like that artwork. Okay, I thought this was the Zavvi one, but maybe not. But anyway, it's embossed, debossed border, very nice. Got the back artwork as well. I know a lot of people didn't like Spider-Man 2, thought there was too many characters in it. But I really liked Electro, I thought he was really good. And I really liked the sort of death scene of Gwen Stacy. I thought that was very powerful in the film, but I know, yeah, a lot of people don't necessarily like this one. So, carrying on. I've got this slip cover for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. This contained the Blu-ray and the digital code 3D Blu-ray. I'm not going to take it out of this sleeve because it's a bit tricky to get out, but I'll show you what's inside this. It's not the Amaray. It's actually I think this was a Target exclusive. So I've got various bits here. These are like postcards that I've got, which make up a very cool image of Spider-Man and Electro. And again, go and check out the videos on this, which show this in a bit more detail. I've got this lenticular. I think this was a custom one, which again I got on. It's not great, but I got it on eBay at the time. We've got a comic book to accompany the film. Again, you've got Electro there. Nice spider on the back. This is kind of about his transformation, Electro's transformation, etc. And here we go. So, yeah, I think this is a Target exclusive or Walmart, one of the two. It's a Magno case, so it's one of these. Yeah, I really like these. I've got a few of these. Fortunately, I don't do them anymore, but very, very cool. Sort of shiny and then magnetic as well. So you've got that there. And you open them up, you've got the discs there. So that's the 3D disc. Oh, and I've popped the 4K disc in there. So very, very cool. And then you've got on the back, there's your little J card as well. So the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So thanks for sticking with me on this. If you're still here, don't Do appreciate it. If you're new here, why not consider subscribing to the channel? Hit the subscribe button down below, or hit this QR code which is coming up now if you're watching this on the TV. Stick down in the comments, which films did you like in this series? You know, do you like any of these editions I'm showing? Yeah, be interested to hear your thoughts down below. Right, so let's carry on with the MCU films. So the first one I'm going to show is Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a 3D edition. So this was only available in Australia. Looks great in 3D. I quite enjoyed this film, seeing all three Spider-Men from all three franchises come together with Doctor Strange. You got to see all the sort of characters coming back: the Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, and Electro, and the Sandman. There's the 3D disc, and you got the Blu-ray there as well. Yeah, looks really, really good on 3D. So sticking with No Way Home, this is a Steelbook. I believe this was a Zavvi exclusive. Really, really cool image with all the characters in the background. Open it up, and then it kind of is a wraparound. I thought that was very, very clever. It's all a matte finish. You got the 4K disc in there, and the Blu-ray as well. There's your J card. I think I got this from Italy, actually, Amazon Italy, because it came with this magnet, and it says an Italian address on the back there. So yeah, I think I got this from Italy. Okay, so the second film in the MCU Spider-Man trilogy. I think they are making a fourth one, but this is Far From Home. Again, really, really cool. I got this as a lenticular to go on the front of this. This is Mysterio, and you've got Spider-Man, the reflection in his mask. This was quite a clever film, actually, how they sort of used drones and technology for Mysterio. This one came with a bonus disc as well, special features. There's the J card, and then we've got the Blu-ray disc. Okay, so no 4K with this one. Yeah, just the Blu-ray disc. I don't know whether there was a 3D of this done actually, so might have to look into seeing if there is a 3D version. But yeah, Far From Home. Also came with this card as well, which is quite nice, showing the Tower Bridge, you know, the events that happened in London. Okay, so the first MCU Spider-Man film was Homecoming, and I've got this really nice double lenticular, very, very cool. The back, bottom, top. Again, this Steelbook wasn't part of this set. I just got it as a separate one. I don't know whether this was Amazon, I can't remember, but you got Iron Man there, very cool. And then that's very cool as well. Inside, you got 3 discs. You got the 3D version in there, Spider-Man Homecoming, J card. I do believe that was a little magnet that Jimmy Boy sent to me as well, so I've kept that in here. Okay, so rigid case again. Another comic book for Spider-Man Homecoming. Again, it just sort of follows the events of the film. Very cool. And we also get this sort of booklet. Is this all pictures? Yeah, picture booklet. And there's Iron Man, Tony Stark. So yeah, this very much introduced Spider-Man after Civil War, when he was his first appearance in the MCU. Tom Holland, he's okay as Spider-Man. He's sort of a younger version, I suppose, but not much range, this actor. Pretty much is Spider-Man in everything he does, if you ask me. But yeah, I like the suit in this. It was very cool, sort of with the Iron Man tech. Zendaya there. She plays Mary Jane in the film, all the way through the 3 films that we've had so far. So yeah, really nice edition of the film Homecoming. So there we go, that's my complete Spider-Man collection as of 2025. I have let some editions go, which probably feature in some of these older videos, which I will put up here. But yeah, these are sort of everything I've got now. I'm really happy with those wheat lenticulars for the first 3 Spider-Man films. Really like the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse. Those slip covers, they're really nice. And all the steelbooks for all of the other Spider-Man films, The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home and No Way Home. Some really great 3D editions as well. Great to have Spider-Man in 3D. Always great when he's swinging across the city, and adds a lot of depth to the image. So yeah, really happy with that. Alright, thanks ever so much for watching the video. See you next time.